Oh, it's good to see you. Okay, can you see me now?
Yes.
All right, very good. So we will start. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Do you have your note or your book with you?
I have my paper.
All right, very good. So we will start with lesson 4 on page 74. Okay, so let's watch the video first. So this is about the things that we do every day. Daily routine like wake up, go to school, come home, go to bed.
This is the Mena family's house. It's quiet. The family is asleep. Mom wakes up first. When does she wake up? She wakes up at 6:15. She goes to work at 7 o'clock. Dad, Amelia, and Joe wake up later. When do they wake up? They wake up at 7:30. They eat breakfast at 7:45. They go to school at 8:30. Their daily routine is different on the weekend. They eat breakfast at 10 o'clock. They go to grandmother and grandfather's house for lunch. When do they eat lunch? They eat lunch at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Every day, they eat dinner at 7:15. Then, Amelia and Joe play games. Then, they go to bed at 9 o'clock. When do you go to bed?
Okay, so this is the Mana family. All right. So the Mana family, they during weekdays, mom wakes up at 6:15 in the morning. But then, if mama wakes up at 6:15 in the morning, the rest of the family, they wakes up at 7:30 in the morning. Okay? And then, after that, they eat their breakfast at 7:45. Then after eating their breakfast, they go to school by their father. Okay, so the father is sending them to school at 8:30. Okay, you understand? But then during the weekends, especially if it's not school days, they wake up at 10 o'clock. So the family wakes up at 10 o'clock. Okay? And then they also go to their what? To their grandma, and they eat their lunch at 12 in the afternoon. All right? After that, they go home and then they eat their dinner at 8:30 in the evening. And then after eating their dinner, they go to bed at 10 o'clock. Okay? So do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just making them short for you to understand. Although we studied this already last time. Okay? So I am just repeating the lesson. Okay. So let's have this one.
Page 70. Lesson 4. Daily routine. B. Listen, point, and say. 1,
Wake up.
2,
Go to school.
3,
Come home.
4,
Go to bed.
Okay, so let's have this one. So what is he doing?
He is wake up.
Okay, so he is wake up. Next, after, okay, for example, if you wake up, what do you do when you wake up?
I'm go to school.
Okay, so I go to school. But before you go to school, what do you do? After you wake up, what do you do after that?
Come home.
Come home. I mean, when you are still at home, for example, you are not in school yet, you are still at home. Then after you wake up, oh, okay, good
I
morning.
brush my teeth.
Yes,
I'm eating breakfast.
very good. So I brush my teeth. I eat my breakfast. Okay, so that is the right thing. Now, after you eat your breakfast, what do you do after that? After brushing your teeth, after eating your breakfast, what do you do next?
Um, I I uniform.
Okay, so you put on your uniform, and then after that, after putting your uniform, When you get home, what do you do?
I go to bed.
You go to bed right away?
No,
Wait.
I eating dinner.
Okay, so I eat my dinner. But before that, before eating your dinner, when you get home, what do you do? I remove my uniform. Okay. I remove, meaning you are taking away your uniform and then you're putting on your clothes at home. Okay, do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Then after I remove my uniform, then I eat my dinner. Okay. Now after you eat your dinner, what do you do next?
I brush my teeth.
Brush my teeth. And then after brushing your teeth, what do you do? After you brush your
Con vừa
teeth,
nói xong ấy ạ. I go to bed.
okay, so I go to bed. Okay, so after getting home, you remove your uniform, you eat your dinner, you brush your teeth, and then after that, you go to bed. Okay? But before
Okay.
going to bed, what do you do? Before you go to bed, what do you do? Before you go or before going to bed, what do you do? What can you see with the boy? What is he wearing? So before going to bed, what do you do?
He's wearing I don't know what is this.
That is pajama.
Pajama.
Yes. So before going to bed, what do you do? I
wear pajama.
All right. So before going to bed, what do you do? I wear pajama. And then what else? Aside from wearing pajama?
I'm sleeping.
Okay, so I will sleep. All right. So what time do you sleep at night? What time do you sleep at night?
I sleep at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so I sleep at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock p.m. Okay, very good. So again, in the morning, what do you do again in the morning?
I'm wake up.
Okay, I wake up and then after waking up,
I brush my teeth.
alright?
I eat my breakfast and go to school and study and go home and go home. I wash my body.
Okay, you wash your body before going to bed, okay? So, when you get home, you eat your dinner. And then, after that, what do you do? You eat your dinner, you brush your teeth, you wash your body, and then you go to bed. Alright?
Alright.
Okay, next. Let's have this one.
Page 70. C. Listen, ask, and answer. Then practice.
When does he wake up?
He wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
When does she wake up?
She wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Wake. Wakes. Go. Goes. Come. Comes. In the morning. In the afternoon. In the evening. At night.
When does he wake up? He wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
2,
When does she go to school? She goes to school at 8:15 in the morning.
3,
When does he come home? He comes home at 6 o'clock in the evening.
4,
When does she go to bed? She goes to bed at 8:45 at night.
I can hear you.
Okay, wait. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So again, like I said, last time we studied about present. This is present. Okay, and this is past. When we say present, it means there's no S. Okay, for example, I play, I eat, I study. So those are present. Okay, but then when it's past already, meaning when it is done already, or you have done that thing already. For example, I study, then you will say I studied. Okay? Like for example, if the sentence is they wake up in the morning or she wake up in the morning. Now the past is she wakes up in the morning. Okay? When we say she wake up, meaning this is not yet done. This is not yet finished. But if you will add S to the verb, to the action word, it becomes past already. When we say past, it means it is finished. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, again. When I say wake, for example, she wake up. When we say she wake up, it means it is not finished yet. It is not done yet. But then when you say she wakes up at 7 o'clock, it means that is finished already, meaning she already wakes up at 7. Do you understand?
Yes.
So this is not finished yet, but this one is already finished. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's go with number 1. For example, number 1. What time does he wake up? What time does he wake up?
He wakes up at 7 o'clock.
What time does he wake up? So your answer is he. What is your answer again?
He wakes up at 7 o'clock.
Okay, so he wakes up at 7 o'clock. Okay, number 2. What time does she go to school?
She goes to school at 8:15.
Okay, so she goes to school at 8:15. Okay, number 3. What time does he go home?
He goes home at 6 o'clock.
So he goes home at 6 o'clock. And number 4, what time does she go to bed?
She goes to bed at 8:45.
Okay, so she goes to bed at 8:45. Okay, so if you can see, this one is not happening yet. That's why it is, what time do you sleep at night? So you have to say, I sleep at 10 o'clock p.m. Because this one is you, so you don't need to add S here. But if you are asking like she, he, or they, like that, so you will add S. Okay, next is number 1. What time does he wake up? This is not happening yet. But then, if you will answer, he wakes up at 7 o'clock. Because this one is already finished. He is already awake. Okay? Next is number 2. What time does she go or does she come to school? She go or come. Okay, so what time does she come to school? She goes to school or she comes
goes to school.
at
She goes to school at 8:15.
Okay, so she goes to school at 8:15 or she comes to school at 8:15. Next, what time does he go home or come home?
He's come home at 6 o'clock.
Okay, so he goes home at 6 o'clock or he comes home at 6 o'clock. Okay, he comes home at 6 o'clock. Okay, and next, what time does she go to bed? So the answer is what time does she go to bed? Han, what time does she go to bed?
She go to bed at 8:45.
Okay, so she goes to bed at 8:45. Okay. Now, can you please, are you still there?
What?
Okay. Can you give me a sentence like, for example, wait. Okay. This one. Can you do a sentence for this? What time do you wake up? Or let's say,
Wake up at 7:50.
okay, so you write there, if you have your paper, I wake up at 7:15. So write it there. So I wake up at 7:15.
Okay.
Okay. For example, this is your brother. Okay. What time does your brother eat his breakfast? What time does your brother eat his breakfast?
He eats breakfast at 7:30.
Okay, so the answer, he eats his breakfast at 8. Is it 8:30? You said?
7:30.
Okay, so 7:30. So he eats his breakfast at 7:30. Okay, next.
Okay.
What time does your brother play his guitar?
He plays his guitar at 5 o'clock.
Okay, so he plays his guitar at 5 o'clock. Okay, next. What time does your brother play soccer?
He plays soc. He plays soccer at 6 o'clock.
Okay, so he plays soccer at 6 o'clock. Okay, next. What time does your brother watch TV?
He watches TV at 5:30.
Okay, so he watches TV at 5:30. Okay, next. Time does your brother eat lunch?
He eats lunch. He eats lunch at he eats lunch at 11 o'clock.
Okay, so he eats lunch at 11 o'clock. Okay, so what time does your brother go to school?
He goes to school at 7:30.
Okay, so he goes to school at 7:30. Next, what time does your brother eat snacks?
He eats snack. He eats snack at 5 o'clock.
Okay, so he eats snack at 5 o'clock. And last, what time does your brother go to bed?
He goes to bed at
let's continue with, oh, let's not do this because this is just very easy. So let's go to the next one. This is days of the week. So these are the days of the week. So the subjects, let's listen to this. When we say subjects, these are math, social studies, PE, music, art, like that. Science, English. So these are the subjects. Oh, what can you see in the picture? You just have to look at the picture, and from there you can tell me what do we study in science.
We study
Study what? What is this?
it's a lip.
Oh, so what do we study?
I don't know what it is.
So we study leaf, like that. We study about chemicals. This is chemicals. So this is a tube in the laboratory. Okay, this is a magnet. Okay, this is, so we study about observation, experimentation. Experimentation means we are doing an experiment, like we are experimenting how to create or how to make lights, just like Galileo Galilei or Albert Einstein, like that. So we study about observation. What do we observe? Like our body. We study about our body. Okay? So we study about the different parts of our body. We study about our eyes. We study about our internal organs. We study about our heart. So everything. So what else? Aside from experimentation, we also study about different animals, like how the butterfly flies. Okay, Like what's this? How does the chicken grow up? Or how does the chick grow up? Like that. So first, the chick comes from an egg, right? And then after that, it grows into chicken. And then after that, what? So those are the observation, or we call that as what you call this? The growing system. Okay. For example, how do we eat our food? Where do we get our food? Like that. So those are what we study in science. Do you understand?
No.
No? Okay. For example, this leaf. Okay. Do you know that when we have plants around us, that is where we get our oxygen? That's why we can breathe. We can say that we are alive because of the plant. Okay, aside from God has given us the life, but then the plants also give us what? Oxygen. Okay? So this oxygen, it helps us to breathe like that. We are breathing. Without oxygen, we will die. Okay? Do you understand? Do you understand?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, maybe next time I will try to explain you more about science. But basically, science is a study of what? Study of facts based upon observation and experimentation. So we are experimenting. Like for example, how to make electricity. So why is it that our light is how can I say? How is it that we have the light? How is it that we have electric stove? Okay? Why do we have electric stove? Who created electric stove? Who created our lights? Like that. Who made the lights? Like that. So these are we study all of this in science. Okay? Do you understand?
No.
You still no? Okay. Maybe next time I will try to explain more about what is science. Okay, next is what?
It's art.
Art. Okay. So if we have arts in school, so what do we study?
We paint.
We paint. Okay?
We draw.
Okay, we paint, we draw, what else? Aside from we paint and we draw,
The
what
color.
else? We color. Okay. So these are under art. So when we paint, when we draw, when we color, these are arts. Okay?
Okay.
Just like if your teacher, for example, I am your teacher, I ask you sometimes to draw something. So that is an art. Okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
Alright. So next is what?
Math.
Math. Okay. So what do we study in math? When we study math, we are studying about what? Oh, what is this? What do you call this number? What do you call this?
Number.
Okay, so those are numbers. So in math, we study what? study what? What's this again?
We study number.
Number only or numbers?
Numbers.
Okay, so we study numbers. Okay. So what do we study in numbers? We study numbers like addition. What is addition? It's like 1 plus 1 equals 2. Right? That is addition. Right?
Right.
Okay. Next is multiplication. What is multiplication? This is multiplication. 3 times 4 equals 12. So let's do that. 3 times 4 equals 12. It's like 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 plus 4. Okay, so that is how many is that? 4 plus 4 plus 4 is equals to what is 4 plus 4 plus 4?
It's 12.
Okay, so it is 12. That's why the answer is 3 times 4 equals 12, because how many times you write number 4? It's 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. That's why it's 12. Okay? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, next is what we also study in numbers is division. Okay, when we say division, it's like 10 divided by here. So 10 divided by 5 is equal to 5. Meaning, out of 10, like for example, this one, we have, okay, wait, I will draw. Like for example, we have 10 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is 10, right?
Right.
Then, it says divided by 5. When we say divided by 5, this is 10, so we will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will divide this 5 into 2. 10 divided by 5. How many 5s do we have now? How many 5? How many
5?
Okay, so there are 2 5. So 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. So we have 1 and we have 2. So the answer is 2. 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. Okay, another one. For example, let's have 8 divided by 4. Okay, so how is 8 divided by 4? So let's make 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So these are 8 circles. We will divide the circles into 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So how many 4s do we have now?
We have 2 4.
Okay, so we have 2 4s. So 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so these are just one of those numbers that we are studying in math. Okay, and the last one is subtraction. When we say subtraction, this is minus. For example, 10 minus 5 equals what? 10. You remove 5 is how many? How many now? 10 minus 5 equals? If you have 10,
Equals 5.
okay, so it is equal to 5. Because you have 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so these are 10. But then you want to remove 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you will erase this 5. So how many will remain? So how many will remain? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the answer is 5.
5.
Yes, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, next. So we are done with math. Next, what do we have?
Is PE.
PE. Okay, when we are studying about PE, what do we study in PE?
We study skipping, basketball, badminton, swimming, football.
Okay, and many other sports. Okay, so in short, for PE, we study sports. Yes, that's right. So what are these sports? For example, skipping, basketball, badminton, swimming, and football. So these are the sports. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, and do we still have more? Okay, what is that? So aside from PE, we also study what?
Is that the music?
Music. Okay, so we study music. What do we study in music? We study about
We study about
so we study like
music
we study-
lesson.
okay, music lesson. So we study music lesson. For example, like guitar. Correct? What else? Piano.
Piano, guitar,
Yes, flute. What else? What else? Violin. Right?
right.
Yes. So under music, we study music lessons. So what are these music lessons? Like musical instruments. Musical instruments. So what are these musical instruments? We have guitar, we have piano, we have flute, we have violin, and many more. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I think that's all for today. We are done. Although we still have more, but then we will continue this again after your new year. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we will have our class again because I think we will start by what is the date today? Today is January 27. So we stop our class on January 29. And then we will go back for our class on February 8. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So that is all for today and Happy New Year to you and
Goodbye.
enjoy
Happy
your
New
weekend.
Year.
Yes.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night. Oh, it's good to see you. Okay. Can you see me now?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. So we will start. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have your note or your book with you?
I have my paper.
All right, very good. So we will start with lesson 4 on page 74. Okay, so let's watch the video first. So this is about the things that we do every day. Daily routine like wake up, go to school, come home, go to bed.
This is the Mena family's house. It's quiet. The family is asleep. Mom wakes up first. When does she wake up? She wakes up at 6:15. She goes to work at 7 o'clock. Dad, Amelia, and Joe wake up later. When do they wake up? They wake up at 7:30. They eat breakfast at 7:45. They go to school at 8:30. Their daily routine is different on the weekend. They eat breakfast at 10 o'clock. They go to grandmother and grandfather's house for lunch. When do they eat lunch? They eat lunch at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Every day they eat dinner at 7:15. Then Amelia and Joe play games. Then they go to bed at 9 o'clock. When do you go to bed?
Okay, so this is the Mana family. Alright. So the Mana family, they during weekdays, mom wakes up at 6:15 in the morning. But then if mama wakes up at 6:15 in the morning, the rest of the family, they wakes up at 7:30 in the morning. Okay? And then after that, they eat their breakfast at 7:45. And then after eating their breakfast, they go to school by their father. Okay, so the father is sending them to school at 8:30. Okay, you understand? But then during the weekends, especially if it's not school days, they wake up at 10 o'clock. So the family wakes up at 10 o'clock. Okay, and then they also go to their what?